Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everyone. Welcome to this episode of the Strange Ink Show. I'm so happy that you are here with me today. And in today's episode, we are going to be talking about our most recent publication, The Woke Writer, a companion for the conscious Muslim woman writer. And we are so excited to launch this book because it is literally the blueprint of our values at Strange Ink. It is all about authenticity. It is all about integrity. It is all about meeting ourselves where we are as Muslim women and working on ourselves in order to share beautiful things with the world that the world so needs to see right now.
Your voice has power.
Now, I want to read to you an introduction, inshallah, and this book is authored by me, Aishah Alam, and it is an absolute honor for you to be here with me today to witness the launch of this book. And Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So this book is The Woke Writer, and I'm going to, like I said, read the introduction. Bismillah. I want to thank you for being here with me, for opening these pages and wanting to use these words to learn more about yourself. As women, we are known for being mothers and wives. As writers, we are known for our inspiration and creativity. And as Muslims, we are known for our faith and obedience to Allah. And as humans, we are known for our triumphs and defeats. It feels like there are so many parts of us, and sometimes it can be difficult to reconcile them. How can we be faithful Muslims, good mothers, and take writing seriously? Does it make me a bad person when I choose to write instead of doing something else, anything else? Why do I feel so guilty writing? I'm here to tell you that yes, we have many facets, but we are a whole being. And it is important to embrace the parts of us that make us feel complete. But how can we pursue our passion for writing without it conflicting with our worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? And then I talk a little bit about what this book is about, and really it is all about inspiration. I'm going to leave it right here. I'm going to leave it right there, inshallah, and the details of where you can buy that are going to be available under this video. But I just want to celebrate with you, alhamdulillah, for being with us through this whole journey of us going into a publishing house. And it's been absolutely crucial. All of the steps, all of the work, all of the blocks that have come in order for us to get where we are today as Strange Ink, as a non-profit publishing house based in New York. And our mission is to elevate the authentic voices of Muslim women. And it is an absolute honor to be able to do that with you and to share books like this with you. And our very first book was Poetic Justice. And that was an anthology of poems by Muslims. It was in 4 parts, and one of the parts was on Palestine. May Allah free Palestine, Ameen. And the second part was on the Uyghur Muslims' plight in China. And then there was another part which was on Black Lives Matter. And then there was another part which was on environmental justice. And that was the book Poetic Justice, where Muslims from all around the world, over 50 of them, came together and they wrote pieces about each of these things and each of these themes. And they were so powerful. And our second book was called Lockdown, which we released earlier this year. And that was a book by Muslim women in the midst of the pandemic. And we collected journals from Muslim women who were writing about their experiences. And during that time, subhanAllah, the Black Lives Matter movement was happening. It was reigniting. And then there was an incident that happened that kind of catapulted so many other instances in Palestine. And it was the shooting out in Masjid al-Aqsa, and then so many things happened after that, and it has been an ongoing situation. And by Allah's permission, we were able to capture all of that in the book Lockdown and write about that expressively in the book Poetic Justice. And our book before we actually released Lockdown was something called the Muslim Woman's Journal, which is another one of our values. It's all about healing. It's all about authenticity. And that book was authored by Kashmir Mariam, who is a co-founder of Strange Ink. And that was it's such an important book for Muslim women to introspect and to really come home to themselves. And that was our third publication, or should I say our second publication. Lockdown was our third, and then now this is our fourth publication, which is The Woke Writer, a companion for the conscious Muslim woman writer, authored by myself, and that has been released recently. So we are so excited and so honored to share this with you, and this is such a relevant time. And I also want to speak to those of you who have written a book and wanted to release the book, but then this trauma, this oppression happened to our brothers and our sisters in Palestine, and we felt guilty about sharing our work with the world, even though we had planned the launch and we had done all of these things. And there's a few sisters who actually spoke about this, a few, not just one. It was a few of them who stopped publishing their book, and other people who actually said they felt guilty for doing it because their full attention wanted to be on Palestine. And I remember thinking to myself that what is happening in the world, everything that is happening in the world, is affecting everyone, right? And during this time, the courage of our ummah, what it has done, the courage of our nation, who are the people of Palestine, what that has done, Allah has used them in order to spread the message of Islam in such a way that it has never been done like that before. And it has unified our nation, our Muslim nation, so much and so powerfully. And we have people who are questioning, who are non-Muslim, right? And they are questioning, they are saying, what is this religion that these people have so much faith in their creator that they are able to take what is happening to them on this magnitude, right? And this level of pain, right? And a lot of people have come to Islam because of that, subhanallah. And it's important to realize that though there are things happening in the world, this is also the time that our voices need to be heard, and they need to be spread, and they need to reach as many people as possible in order to share with them what Islam is, to share with them what it means to be a Muslim. And that is what this whole book, The Woke Writer, is about. It's all about being conscious. Now, the word woke isn't something which is only political, because my belief and my methodology, my ideas and everything, really what this book is based on, is that woke is something that is foundational. It is something that is rooted in our relationship with our creator. It is a spiritual experience. It is a spiritual state of being. And from that foundation is where all of the branches of change and powerful impact and our authentic self and our masterpieces will reach the world as it needs to be reached. And that includes in the political realm, but it's not limited to the political realm. Woke is not limited to the political realm, and that also includes the emotional part of us. The physical part of us is a holistic approach, and most of all the spiritual part of us, because right now there is a spiritual awakening happening and people are questioning the purpose of life. And that is why we need books like this. We need books like your books in order to show them that this is what we believe in, and this is what gives us our ultimate purpose of living. And this is what the people of Palestine are clinging onto with both their hands, because they know that at the end, it is not the end, that justice will happen. And at the end of this life, there is another life, and that is where the justice will happen. And everything, every single thing as Muslims that we believe in is a test, and it is for us to be tested in order to come closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that includes our writing, and that includes the way we speak to one another, that includes the impact that we have in the world, that includes our expression, our change, our spreading of awareness. Because if our intention and our foundation is weak, then everything that we stand for crumbles away once people get bored of what is happening and they move on, and then they basically start just living their own lives as they would have. and they end up just forgetting everything that just happened, which was, it impacted the world for how long, right? And our memory is very short collectively, and that is why it's important to be driven more than politics, than a situation, than something that happens. And this Palestine, I'm not saying that it's a situation, it has been an ongoing trauma for over 75 years, right? And that is something that is ongoing. But what has been temporary has been our attention on it. And that will continue to be temporary if we don't have that strong foundation of our relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because the media likes to have amnesia sometimes, and it likes to distract us, and it's not the media, but it's the people behind the media, and etc. You know where this is going, but the point is that our memory has to be longer lasting than what we have been taught, and that is what this book, The Woke Writer, is all about. So all of the information of where you can buy that book would be on wherever you're watching this video, wherever you are listening to this podcast. Thank you so much for being here with me today. It's an honor to share literally my heart with you. And this book is a form of that. And we will end as we always end on the Strange Ink Show, where we put our hands on our hearts and say, Bismillah, my voice has power. My voice has power.